Hello everyone, Darren here, and on today's episode of WoTC Academy Extra Credits, well, I've got a bit of an interesting video for you. Not exactly a lesson for any of you guys, unless you are a slight believer in karma like I am, but, yeah, as the video is so aptly named, don't get greedy. Of course, being greedy pays off sometimes. However, if you get greedy in the wrong moments, and you are, consumed by greed, you tend to forget very important things. Things that you should have factored into your decision-making process, but you didn't because you got greedy, like I did. So anyway, we are in the M6Y Yo tank, the Tier 9, and we are on Serene Coast, and naturally I am going to go to the coast because whenever I go to the C1 brawling section, I tend to get focused by Artie for some reason. Probably because not a whole lot of steep hills to hide behind. So I am going to go immediately to this hill and try and apply pressure, but I am immediately counter-greeted by a chieftain where my shot just goes straight into the void. But luckily I have teammates right there, like on my flank, to help push the chieftain and the IS-32 back. And yeah, the chieftain gets sent back to the garage relatively quickly. So I am going to push up with the AMX-50B because I need to support him, because he isn't exactly the most brawling of heavy, now medium tanks. And, yeah. So, in this situation here, my decision was I'm not really going to be playing this game with a bunch of TDs and trying to fight for a shot opportunity with the rest of my team. So I'm just going to move up to this hill because there's no one here right now, and I've got a pretty good turret and, of course, good gun depression. So I'm going to roll up here, and I'm just going to start trying to put shots into the supporting tanks in the back over there to try and keep their heads down or send them back to the garage if I can. So, like I said, you saw me put a good shot into the T-30 here. I know the off-pan Sophia's back there. Unfortunately, I was not able to put a shot into his little gun shield. And I do see that the IS-32 is trying to push me back as well. So, I don't want to get shot right now. So I'm going to pull back there. And, of course, in typical fashion, I'm immediately taking a shot to the side of the turret. So I'm going to push back just a little bit. Of course, I do see here that the Waffenträger Alpha E100 is there. So, of course, in typical fashion, if you see one of these things and you have a shot on the turret, it's just prioritize that thing because, well, basically free damage, and of course if you let it just be, it's going to punish you or someone else. So I'm going to continuously put shots on that tank whenever I see it here in this battle. And yeah, I am also constantly looking for an opportunity to support on the immediate flank of that coast right there. However, the Marat, probably the one that put a shot into my turret, exposed himself and got spotted, so I was going to put a shot into him. I do see the T-30 peek out. I was going to try and go for a tracking shot because I did not think that I was actually going to be able to take him out. But hey, I high-rolled, so, there we go. And here's the moment I got greedy, and I completely forgot, in that moment of trying to get the kill, that the Type 5 is heavier than my tank. And so, now, here is the position I'm in. I was kind of hoping to just wiggle around and just move on to the side, but then the Minotauro backs up into me, and thank you, teammate. Thank you for backing him up into me, and now I am stuck. So yeah, I learned my lesson immediately after this, and I thought I was going to go back to the garage pretty quickly after, realizing I was stuck. So, without further ado, I will speak to you again shortly as soon as I figure out how to speed this segment up, and I'll see you when, if I manage to get unstuck. Alrighty, so we are back, and I finally managed to wiggle free while being shot at by a Thunder Chief and a 50 TP. And we can see here that they have taken the opportunity to bring me down to 11 hit points. So basically, anything can breathe on me, and I will be sent back to the garage. So at this point now, I am stuck dealing with a Thunder Chief, who definitely has an advantage in hit points on me here, but the 50 TP behind me thankfully got taken out by the Conway. So, while we are now playing the game of patience, or also digital chess of trying to outthink and outsmart our opponent, I'd like to take this moment to mention that if you like this video and have found it entertaining so far, to hit that thumbs up and help the channel out. And if you want to see more content like this one, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and be alerted as well with the bell icon of when new videos like this are released. Or, of course, if you want guides or anything else like that to help you understand the game better, check out my main channel, WoTC Academy, for all your guide and educational needs for World of Tanks Modern Armor. So we did take this path here to try and flank the Thunder Chief, and we kind of actually caught him with his pants down a little bit, as he did back up to try and get a better position, thinking I was going to get impatient and roll around the rocks, but I didn't. I came around on his flank, and I managed to get a good shot into his side. I did notice the Super Conqueror coming up on my flank here as well, and he did communicate that he was on his way, and I acknowledged him there with a counter-affirmative communique. And I am going to be working with him and moving as best I can to try and at least proxy spot the Thunder Chief, so that way the Super Conqueror can take him out, because again, he could still breathe on me. However, the Thunder Chief was distracted by something else, and I'm going to not hesitate and take this opportunity to put a shot into his side and take care of him. And so, of course, the Super Conqueror communicates, great shot, and I'm not going to deal with the enemy Super Conqueror, because I had a feeling he was looking in this direction, and we can tell by the outline that he is focused on our Super Conqueror. But I'm going to try and flank, put a side shot there. Fortune favors the bold a little bit, and I did manage to take him out right as he turned his turret to face me. So now at this point, there are two tanks left. They are dealing with an Waffenträger off Panzerfahr over by the base. It is a 2v1 situation, so we're all basically kind of converging on those two final tanks. And I'm trying to make an effort to stay with these heavy tanks, because if we go at them one at a time, it is a very easy way to lose the game. In this situation, it is always better to go as a group, because you can only focus so many tanks. So the Mauschen gets taken out by the off Panzerfahr, leaving a almost kind of full health E4 to be dealt with here. And the off Panzerfahr is making the smart choice of sticking around on the opposite side of the hill, trying to draw out the E4, or at least get a good angle on top of the E4 as well. Now, the Emil 2 is just going to charge right in there, and against an E4, probably not the best idea, and we'll see that very shortly why it's not a good idea at all, because the E4 is basically the game's greatest heavy tank, despite being classed as a TD. So I do manage to put an avenging shot into the side turret of the E4, and I was going to try and focus on the engine deck. However, I miss a shot for some reason. And yeah, so at this moment here, I'm going to try and put the killing blow into the back of the E4, but, you know, I only managed to get the scraps left. But, hey, I got my 5th kill. Overall, you know, for being stuck for half the game, it was a pretty good result there, as over 4,500 raw damage, 5 kills, and of course you're going to see here about, just over 2,100 assisted damage there for a combined total of 6,600 and change combined damage. Not a bad game at all, and probably could have had a better result if I did not get stuck. But that's going to do it for today's episode. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video for any reason, hit that thumbs up, and of course, if you want to see more videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe. And oh yeah, I forgot it was just a class 1 for that result. But until next time, this has been Darren of WoTC Academy. Extra credits.